Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is mnl1337 aka mnl1337 for BluffTheSpot.com, and this weekend I was in Baden-Baden again. It's the first Friday of the month, so there's a 1020 going on. And I also went to Airbnb again and also played on a Saturday. So let's see what happened. But before the video starts, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Just arrived at the Airbnb. This is how it looks. Small toilet. And here's a shower. Everything looks quite nice, pretty new. And bedroom, living room, and kitchen. Basically everything is combined. So quite nice. Little apartment, but it should work. Let's check out the view. Okay. But luckily, in the toilet, a nice window. Just at the right height. Light off, of course. I'm always complaining, but look how bright this apartment is. How can a real poker player sleep here all day? Answer is you cannot. So the Friday went pretty good, even though the 10-20 game was not really good. There was one fish at the beginning, but then he left, and then there were only basically pretty good players. Not too good, but I mean, with the big rake, it's not worse to play even against weaker regulars. So it was the worst table I ever played there in this casino, the worst 10-20 table ever, I think. So I decided to change to 5-10 and got a seat quite quickly. And on 5-10, table was pretty good. There was no really strong regular, at least nobody I know. And there was one interesting hand. So there was a young guy sitting next to a young guy, and they both talked a little bit. And the young guy I did not see before. He had quite a lot of chips, and his chips were sorted very unregular all over the place. This is usually an indicator for being very loose. And he was drinking a little bit. So after one or two orbits, I see that he's drinking and he playing a lot of hand, talking a lot. And he also showed some pretty strange showdowns, like very weakish hands. So he was more like, a little bit fishy. But I think in theory, if he's sober and if he's in the first 1 or 2 hours of the session, he's probably quite a decent player. So then the following hand occurs. He 1 or 2 player limps and he makes it, I think, 120. And I have aces in the small blind, and I make it 400. And we are 3k deep or maybe 4k deep. So I don't expect him to fold so much, maybe a little bit, but basically not so much. So, and he also calls, and we see a flop. The flop was Queen 10 Jack with a flush draw. No, with no flush draw. Queen Jack 10 Rainbow. So I have aces, and I saw him value betting like bottom pair on the river against what looks like ace-king. And I can check here and I will still get some value against his weaker hands. Of course, when he has a queen himself, he's betting himself quite a lot. And also his range is so wide that he has like 5-6 pretty often, something like these hands which have basically zero equity. So I decided to check and he's checking behind. The turn comes jack, which brings a flush draw. And here pretty much the same reason applies. The jack is also a pretty bad card. The second pair he can check also behind quite frequently. So it's also a card he could represent a lot and start bluffing if he decided to check behind the 5-6 or the ace-deuce or something like this. As I said, I expect him to bet the queen on the flop a lot, so it's hard to get 2 streets of value here. I think checking is a better option. Yeah, and I said he may bet the 10 or pocket 9s himself quite thinly. And when I see him bet like 1/4 pot size or something, I can still decide to raise or to call and then donk the river or make some exploitive play against this line. So I check and the pot is about 900 or 850 or something like this. He bets, I think he bet 2/3 pot size, so about 600, 550, something like this. So on this pretty big bet, so no point in raising here. So I still play the way ahead, way behind line. I expect him to have a jack sometimes and also a lot of bluffs. So the river comes a 9, completing 2 1-card straights. And this, again, pretty bad card, so flop was not too good, turn bad, river was bad. So I check again and I don't know what I will do. By the way, it was an offsuit 9, so the flush did not complete. And fortunately, he checks behind pretty quickly the 9-7 of clubs. So, yeah, his play was certainly fine. I mean, you could bluff the river. There are not so many worse hands you have. I mean, yeah, if you're pretty loose pre-flop like him, then probably you have some more worse hands. So maybe check is fine. Yeah, from GTO perspective, it's hard to judge when we anyway played exploitive and he plays very loose. So yeah, but yeah, that was a hand quite interesting on every street, I think, or flop and turn at least. Yeah, I forgot to say on Friday I won 2,500. The 5-10 game was pretty good, so I won there a lot. 10-20 was not so good, I lost there a little bit. So overall 2,500 plus is pretty good. On Saturday I also went to the casino and there was only 5-10, which was expected of course. And the table was okay, but I was pretty card dead and had some cooler against me. Also maybe 1 or 2 hands I played not perfectly. So unfortunately I lost some money. Actually, I lost 2,200 on Saturday, and on Friday I only won 1,500, so I said this wrong, sorry about that. So in total, 1,000 minus, yeah, what can you do? Maybe next time one's better. So, see you. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and check out the next work in 2 weeks. And also, if you did not do it yet, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you.